You're listening to Montserrat Radio.
Hey, listen, I love my country. I've always loved my country, but I didn't know my country. And I get out and I go everywhere I can. But I met my country this weekend, the last 3 days. I met them in every color, every shape, and every race. They are so grateful. They are so courageous. They're amazing. And I want our country to come together. Our country was built on love. And love isn't a feeling, it is doing what is best for someone else without regard for yourself. It's the best thing you'll ever do for yourself, but you can't do it for yourself. We've all been hurt. Some of us been hurt far worse than others. Most have been hurt worse than me. But nothing will fix hurt like loving other people. Being loved is nice, but when you get busy loving, when you get busy putting other people before yourself, that's what built this nation. That's why this nation is great. The only thing that can tear it down is selfishness and fear. We saw that this weekend, and we have a loving nation. It is still here, and I want us to start loving each other.
From Los Angeles, this is Montserrat Radio.
This region has been thirsty and crying out for a revelation of God. For it was in the northern parts of California that I brought forth a movement, the Jesus movement. And God says, now, and I choose you south. I wish to reveal myself in a way that I have never done before, says the Lord. A new force, a new, innovative, creative church that will rush through the cities. They will take the marketplace by storm. Watch and see. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord.
Something happened in this garden that triggered a word. What happened in the 60s and the 70s in California with this Jesus movement, I've already prophesied this, but he said this is the time for that major revolution. Now is the time.
In the spirit of the war against fake news, Montserrat Radio presents The Fake News Show, conspiracy news and a different point of view of current events. And now your host, Benny Wilson.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Fake News Show. This is your host, Benny. I need to respond to a lot of questions, especially for what happened to me when I reported that that I was kicked out from Facebook, and a lot of things spread rapidly in the internet. Many of those information are misleading, and the way that was misleading, it was because some sources were saying that I was kicked out because of the name of my show. That makes a lot of sense because they were after fake news shows, you know. That's the reason why I actually named my show The Fake News Show, but I name it like that as a way of protesting. Because, as you know, the establishment accuse us to give you wrong information. And how can they actually demand or say that we give you wrong information, and whatever lie they tell you, that is basically right information. So that's the establishment, right? So let me just go right now to the news, and I will tell you what happened to me, okay? You're going to be shocked. Because the show is not about Benny. The show is about you, okay? It is about you, my listener, because you want to know when this event will happen, right? Right. It's not about Benny. I'm just sharing my information. And whether you like it or not, whether you like my tactics and the way I speak, by the way I curse a lot, which, by the way, I will never curse again because I did a promise not to ever curse again. But I got more to tell you. I got more news to tell you. Today I did a Facebook Live to all my Jets, almost 1,000 people that I got already my page in the Fake News Show in Facebook. And while I was providing my just for information, all of a sudden they blocked me out again from Facebook Live. I couldn't get in again. I couldn't broadcasting again. That was no coincidence. Exactly, they cut me off when I was about to give my Jets exclusive information about the Zimbabwe. Okay, so I got over 700 people who are my witness. You know, I was giving the information, and exactly when I was about to tell my people that about the Zimbabwe, I was kicked out. A lot of people are now accusing me that I staging these things. I'm not staging anything. Trust me. Most of my businesses, I get it online, and I depend on people. And if I wouldn't be depending on people, why would I be asking for donations? Because I'm not getting any pay at all. I'm not getting no money from YouTube. YouTube have already taken out all the little penis and all the pennies that they were giving me. Excuse me. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting no money from YouTube. I'm not getting no money from Facebook. I'm not getting any money. And I got my business. I'm late because I was running late from my job, from my work, my business. You know, and I have to deal with traffic. If you live in a big city, you understand how big is the traffic in Los Angeles. Okay, I'm supposed to be out at 2 o'clock, and today was a disaster. That was a day after the long weekend, so I was late. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go back to the news, because everybody wants to know what is the news, right? What's so important? This is not about Benny. This is about you. All right, so the budget has been opened. Okay, that's the Iraqi budget has been opened. Along with the budget, we got the supplemental budget, the additional budget. Now, we assume, and everybody's assuming, that the budget should be retroactive. Okay? But there's one little problem. I'm going to tell you what the little problem is. The problem is that it has not been translated to English yet. Why I say it's a problem? Well, because we cannot assume anything until we understand what is written, isn't it? Right? Now let me go ahead and furthermore add one question to all of you, to all my listeners around the world. Are you ready for chaos and panic? Are you ready for chaos and panic? I hope you are, because ready or not, wait until it's been displayed to the whole world. Yeah, you hear it right. Wait until you hear it, until you see it for yourself, and it's been displayed to the whole world. Don't ask me, what do I know? Don't ask me that. Okay? I've been trying to get you ready for the best and for the worst. I've been trying to make you remember the prophecy of King Clement. I've been telling you that things are not going to be they're not going to be pretty. And people are still in denial. Why? Because they're under the impression that everything's just gonna be fine. Yeah. Now let me just tell you something else, and I think I have told you many times before this, but I'm gonna repeat it again. When this is what I've been telling everybody months ago. Wait for instructions, right? I've been telling you, wait for instructions. Now, let me see if I can find something that my jets are sharing to each other. See, I'm not saying why you displaying this intel, because I never done that. The only thing that I don't like is that people are talking about the fairy tales. I just don't do that because they know that those are fairy tales. Okay, and what are the fairy tales? The family dragon. So they display this intel from TNT. What I have said about TNT. Now let me remind you what I have said about TNT. I told you that behind Tony, there was a brain. Now that say that Tony didn't have no brain. Tony was brilliant. Okay? Tony was brilliant. But behind that intel, it was Ray Rand. Okay? And I told you that was the brain of the whole show. And he's basically saying the same thing that I'm saying. Wait for instructions. I'm looking for the intel that my jets were actually sharing. And he's saying the same thing that I'm saying. We just gotta wait. Wait for instructions. Why? Because they already seeing what I see. There's going to be a lot of confusion. There's going to be a lot of chaos. There's going to be people that don't know what they're going to do. Right? So now they're saying the same thing like I've been saying for months. So I'm looking for right now for that. Oh, here it is. It's from Ray Rand. And let me read it for you, okay? Reports are stating that the Iraqi TV is showing the following. The Kurds is starting their campaign on information for their vote on independence for September 25th. What did I tell you about Kurdistan? Did I tell you that Kurdistan was going to separate from Iraq? Yes, I did. Didn't I tell you that Kurdistan don't care about the RB? Yes, I did. Didn't I tell you that that probably will be one of the basis of chaos and panic, because if they separate, wouldn't jeopardize the RB? John Nigel asked that question. I'm not making this up. So let me continue reading. The course is stating the campaign information for the vote for independence for September 25th. The UK, the United Kingdom, has expressed support of the agreement between Baghdad and Erbil until September 25th. So now we have Israel, Russia, okay, and we have Iran supporting the separation of the Kurds. And now we have the United Kingdom. Are you surprised? Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you ready for chaos and panic? I've been repeating those two words like a broken record for already 4 years. 4 years. More than 4 years. And now everybody's echoing, repeating my same words. Now let me continue. Prime Minister Abadi is shown expecting and praising the military, but no mention of other concerns. Time will tell more. Time will tell all. Exchange reminder. And this is the exchange reminder, okay, for TNT. Be prepared to wait for solid actual data before you rush in. Timing can be crucial on this ride. Then he says, smile. Be prepared to wait for solid actual data before you rush in. What does that mean? Wait for instructions. Wait for instructions. When you see those rates, that rate change, many will be rushing into the bank, exposing themselves to all types of problems. And they will fail. Why? For many reasons. You don't want to fall behind. You're probably going to think, man, there's going to be enough money for everybody? That's what you're going to be thinking, right? Is it going to be enough money for everybody? And the reason why there will be a lot of doubt is because you just happen to listen to a moron that told you that there will be no public exchange. You probably will listen to that same moron who now I say there is nobody who can buy the dinar. I'm not making this up. Go back to the moron and listen to him. Now he's promoting the dong. Guess why he's doing that? Guess it. It's not because there is nobody to buy that stupid currency. No, it's not because of that. It's misleading people. You see, the myth about the Zimbabwe, it was that. The reason why I've been attacked left and right from blacks, Latino mostly, and other calls is because I'm destroying their lies. I'm destroying their lies. See, many of these calls, they call themselves Christians. How can you be calling yourself a Christian when you're praising a family in China as the chosen people to change everything? Seriously, why are you praising something that is a myth and then turn around and say that God is in control? No, it's not. It is the family in China that is in control, not God. So you are contradicting yourself. I said it many times. The only one who is in control is God. I said it many times, if you're looking for truth, don't look for me. Don't look for Benny or any guru. Look for Jesus. I probably am the only one who remind you about prophecy. I have learned from prophecy. My entire life has changed because of prophecy. I was never the same one. When I started this 4 years ago, I was not the same one. I'm a complete new man. With all the faults, with all the hate, but you will never hear something like this. Oh, the Dragon family have decided to distribute this. We're going to exchange tomorrow. You're not going to hear this from me. The same people who are telling you that they're bursting the funds, that they're exchanging tier 1, tier 2, tier 4. They're doing all this BS, and they can give you dates for DRB, and that's still people praising them. Oh, God bless you. Yes, those people that get all excited, and then they got pissed off because I called them morons. Yeah, those people. And let me tell you why this today, it will be my last day I'm attacking them. Because it's part of their agreement between the elite and myself. They don't want me to even mention them anymore. Not because they consider that it is not convenient. It's because the myth of the family in China was a creation of the CIA to control the quantity of people that will become rich when we exchange. And how they're going to control it? Because nobody's going to exchange. Are you listening? Those people will not exchange because most of those people are in private groups. They're all going to be fraud. Are you surprised about it? That's why they don't want me around. So this is the last time I'm going to mention them. So don't ask me about private groups. I will not answer to you. None. Don't ask me about the family in China. I will not answer to you. Already say what I have to say. Already curse what I have to curse. Already get mad what I have to get mad. I already said what I have to deliver and said to all of you. If you can still get out, do it. There's nothing wrong about be transparent and exchange with the rest of the people. There's nothing wrong about it. There is nothing wrong about exchanging with the big banks. Nothing. And you know why? Because you already do it with somebody that you already know it is under the law. rather than exchange it with somebody that you have no idea who they are. Let me just remind you something else, because this will be the last time that I'm going to mention, and I'm going to continue with the intel. I have said it that King Clement, the moment that he picked up the dinar, which basically he didn't know nothing about the dinar, okay? The moment that he picked up that dinar in his hand, he had a bad feeling. And then God talked to him and he said, there are a lot of brokers that are taking advantage of a lot of people. They're lying to people. He mentioned the word brokers. Guess who are the brokers? I'm going to tell you who are the brokers. They're the paymasters. Remember? Remember the paymasters? You know, that guy that has the money to pay you your change. That guy, yes. That guy is the broker. Now, if a guy who even God told him, there are a lot of lies, there are a lot of corruption around that money, and they're misleading people, you're still doubting about me? Good luck. Keep living in dreamland. Keep living and believing that there's benevolent people, all right? They are called the dragon family and the grandfathers and the elders and all those idiots. Keep believing that. You already been warned, and this is my last day I'm ever going to mention that. I promise you I will never ever going to mention that. All of you will know by the news, by words, that they are not going to exchange. Okay? All right, so let's continue with the news. Now, let me go on the record. When I started this thing, I always call everybody who holds Zimbabwe immoral. I did. I'm not denying that. I also told you that the Zimbabwe, there was no way to exchange. I did. But I also meant enough to admit when I was wrong. You see, I'm not like that idiot who told you, you know what? I'm not blaming those people because it's not because they lying to me. It's just that, and then he start making stuff up. You know who I'm talking about. Nope. They hide the information from me just the way they hide that they're going to cancel DRB. Let me start from the beginning. The elite will always have something hidden that will not tell people like myself. I'm not the only one who has contact with the elite. I have said it. There are 4 other gurus who have the same contacts like I do. So when they told me about the Zimbabwe and what the government of Zimbabwe has any plans to give their currency a new value, I was shocked. Okay? So they told me, look, there might be a slight chance that they can give a value to those Zimbabweans. So I was shocked and I said it openly. Okay? So now, right after I say this, we got 2 brand new news from the Zimbabwe. Okay? Let me remind you what the 2 brand news from the Zimbabwe. The first news was that the Zimbabwe was going to use gold reserves for their new currency. I'm talking about the Zimbabwe new dollar. That was the first news. Okay? All right. The second news talk about a minister from the parliament, which name I don't remember what his name is. I promise you I'll bring it up in my next show. And he said that he, along with many people in the parliament, want to get rid of the bonds that is supporting the currency, their currency, the famous bond, okay? The famous bond that everybody was saying, no, it's about a bond, Benny. And I was like, okay, tell me what is a bond. Nobody could answer that question. Okay? So, this guy said they want to remove that bond. And now he's saying, in a simple math, when they distribute the new currency, I'm talking about the new dollar, the new Zimbabwe dollar, not the currency that you have in your hands. Pay attention. They're going to revalue one United States dollar against the one Zimbabwe dollar, and it's going to be 1 equals to 46 Zimbabwe dollars. Is 1 against 46 Zimbabwe dollars. It's not going to be millions or billions like it is right now. It's going to be 46 Zimbabwe dollars. Now, if you do a little math, around there it probably be about 2 cents. About probably less than 2 cents. Now, did I tell you that the only way they can give any value to your currency should be between 1 cent to 3 cents? Yes, I did. I told you that before those news came out. Right? So the only way they can give you any value to your Zimbabwe should be by deleting 9 zeros. And I've been very nice to you because it needs to be up to 12 zeros. Now, I told you that since that came out, now your chances to exchange the Zimbabwe is not 50-50. It is 60-40. You got 60% chances that you will exchange. Then after that, I told you, hold for your Zimbabwe. Okay? I don't want to confuse anybody. I told you, hold for your Zimbabwe. And there's a reason why. I'm going to tell you the 2 reasons why I've been telling everybody to hold for your Zimbabwe. Okay? The first reason is, and this is the reason why they kicked me out of Facebook. And I asked if I can just bear myself in this show. And they say, okay, go ahead and do it. So I have the okay to say this. Okay? They're lying to us. That's the first reason. They're lying to us. So if they're lying to us, they're hidden a surprise to all of us. To you, who's holding Zimbabwe. And I gotta tell you, for my first time ever, I've been donated $1 trillion in Zimbabwe from some beautiful jet I got here. That's the only Zimbabwe I got. You see, as an investor, you will never, ever, ever put your money in a loser, right? So don't get offended if I call you a moron, because it is quite simple logic. Why would you put your money in a loser? Why? You know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. Stop being dramatic. All right? I've been called more times. I don't get offended. When I do my mistakes and stupidity, I admit it. I say, because I'm an idiot. How many times have you heard from that? I mean, the same thing I say about myself. So stop being offended. Stop being dramatic. All right? So, now that you know what I'm talking about, let me give you the second reason why I've been telling you to hold the Zimbabwe. Okay? Here comes your intel. And wait and watch. After I get my intel, I'm going to give you a warning. I made me laugh because, the reason why I've been attacked is that I got like 4 gurus under different names in my group in Facebook. I know that. I show the whole world how they're attacking me. From Puerto Rico, because 98% of the Puerto Ricans, they're holding Zimbabwe and they're into private groups. And I got some idiots who just don't like me to tell them that that's fairy tales. So those people are conspiring against me and they talk crap about me behind my back. And they don't like to hear what I said. You see, they hate the fact that I got more than 165,000 people around the world. They hate that fact. They hate it. So now I'm going to tell you what is the second reason why I've been telling you that you need to hold your Zimbabwe. Are you ready? The government of Zimbabwe holds more gold than what they have already reported. And back in 2009, they hold about 75,000 tons of gold that they were supposed to give up to the old Zimbabwe, your new Zimbabwe, okay? I mean, your Zimbabwe that you're holding. They're supposed to give that, and they're supposed to support it for the new value, meaning between 1 and 3 cents. But because of corruption, they never did it. Okay? They never did it. So now they are getting ready to expose the hidden gold. Yes, expose the hidden gold that they have now. Do you want another proof? All right, let me mention Philippines. Way long time ago, I told you the Philippines peso will revalue. And I was attacked left and right when I said it, because they called me a moron. Guess what happened? One of the most controversial presidents in the planet, the president of Philippines, President Duterte, lately he reported that he come out with the hidden treasures, the hidden gold that they had back in the times of Marcos. Why will he report that? Because they're getting ready to back up their currency with gold. Hundreds of thousands of tons of gold. Because they're going to revalue. Okay? They're going to revalue. Now let me talk about the Bolivar. Okay? The Bolivar. I told you that once they get rid of Maduro, which is the president of Venezuela, I told you that they were supposed to bring up a new economic reform. And I said it way before anybody else. They were supposed to bring out a new value to the Bolivar. Okay? And not many people went to look and buy Bolivars until recently they come out with the news. And what was the news? Well, Venezuela is going to join the BRICS. Bingo. What is the BRICS? It's the new bank. It's the new World Bank. And they're using gold. Okay? So they're not waiting for anybody else to overthrow them. They're doing it right now. I was wrong about that. They're doing it right now. Everybody's now getting ready for the currency war. Now, there has been some other gurus already reporting the currency war. I told you about Egypt and Morocco's, didn't I? That they're floating their currency around. I even told you about the Dawn revaluing. And then 4 hours after that, boom, went down again. And it did it twice. So you got to pay attention what's going on, right? So you now see that some of the most powerful economies in the world are coming out with a gold standard currency. Prophecy said it, that there will be prosperity in the places less expected. You don't believe me? Go and take a look at the prophecy of King Clement. He said it, that there will be prosperity coming from a lot of places not expected. Filipinas is one of them. Filipinas is one of those powerful economies that many people did not even dream about. And under this president, for the first time ever, every single Filipino will have purchasing power. Wait and watch. You see, the things that they're telling you about, all these fairy tales, and calling DRB, and calling for exchanges, coming out with false date, and they're still supporting them. I'm not going to follow them. I'm not going to even worry about them. I just want to send this message to those who has an open mind and understand that my information is not fake. The only thing fake about me is the name of my show. Okay? That's it. I'm sharing my information. You're the one who's gonna, decide whether I'm telling you bullcrap or I'm telling you the truth. Now, I told you about the Zimbabwe. Wait and watch how the Zimbabwe government will come out with more news confirming what I just told you. Okay? Just wait. Just hold on to that Zimbabwe that you have in your hands. Just hold on to it. Maybe, who knows, maybe they will give you any value. As soon as they're giving 1 cent to those trillions of dollars that you have, just 1 cent, and they delete nine zeros, just like in the paper, just like Iraq is doing, because Iraq is deleting 3 zeros, not in the notes that they're holding, that we all holding. No, they're deleting the 3 zeros in the document, in the book. Okay? Guess what? Zimbabwe is doing the same thing. Now, we haven't heard that Zimbabwe is talking to the IMF and requested to be deleted 9 zeros. And if you don't know nothing about it, let me just tell you something. The limit for zeros to be deleted are 6, not 9. I told you that, didn't I? So, in order for the IMF to approve that, they need another superpower to come out and say, hey, I need you to give me permission to delete more than 6 zeros. And which country is that? Venezuela. Venezuela also needs to get rid of 9 zeros, not 6. So let's wait. Okay? Let's wait. The IMF will not do it for only one country request. He will do it for another superpower economy. And that is one superpower economy. That's Venezuela. All right? If you don't know nothing about Venezuela, do some research. It's a superpower. Economic power. Okay? All right. So let's continue with the intel. Let's talk about the budget. I told you about be ready for chaos and panic. I'm still receiving right now a lot of questions about the budget. First of all, the budget has not been translated into English. We don't know what is written in the budget. Okay? Then it needs to be analyzed by people who knows about budgets, or at least people who are smart enough, right? So once we get the budget translated, we can figure out if they have intentions to revalue the currency. Now, let me ask you something again. Let me ask you again. What would you do if in the budget doesn't show that? Hey, I just tell you. Be prepared for the best and be prepared for the worst, right? Would you fall for chaos and panic, knowing that they have no intentions to revalue? Didn't I tell you that even if they told you that they have no intentions to revalue, don't fall for chaos and panic? There's a reason why, right? Right. So, again, we are very close, right? We're very close for confusion, tribulation. We don't know yet what's going to happen. Hopefully they tell us in the budget, yes, they're going to give value to their new lower denominations. There's got to be, right? Because otherwise they wouldn't report it that they're going to bring out the lower denominations, right? Right. So, what's the next thing? The next thing is the last news that we received. When I said that the elite wanted to cancel the RB, and I want you to pay attention to this. When I said the elite wanted to cancel the RB, some people fell into chaos, just like my friend, from that call. I don't want to mention her name anymore. Okay, she didn't give me no chance to explain myself. So when I mentioned that, a lot of things were said that were not true. All right? So, now we have two news that are supporting my intel. Let me tell you what are the two news that are supporting my intel. The first one says that they are expecting the gold reset to be in January 2018. That's the first news. They're expecting the gold reset. I put down the link in my last video for people to read it for themselves. I even posted on my Facebook page. They're expecting to reset by January 2018, not this month. Okay, and we know that there's got to be a reset for the gold because the new gold will be the paper money. And I'm making this up. If you're following the RB, that's what actually it is. The gold will go up all the way up, and then it will revalue all the papers, all the paper money for those countries who has a lot of gold. Okay? So that's the first news. What is the second news? It's coming from Iraq. Now Iraq is saying that they will finish by the end of this year all the new ATM machines. Are you listening? They're saying that they're going to finish to install the new system from all the new ATM machines by the end of 2017. They didn't say by the end of September or right now. No. They're saying that by the end of 2017. So now we got two news that are supporting what I told you that I got in so much problems when I said they decided to cancel DRB. And now we got a brand new news when I reported that they lying to us. I reported that I went to my friend contact and he showed me in their computers that the dinar was being dealt and used inside banks with a rate of $2.23. So they're lying to us, right? Because if they would have been canceled, why the banks are using it? They're lying to us, right? So, let's go back what I've been telling you. Haven't I tell you that they will do this RB and everybody's going to be shocked? Yes, I have. You see, this is bigger than you and me. Bigger. And it's obvious that they're manipulating the event. They don't want to let it go. But they will have to do it. That's when the power of God will come over and make it happen. That's what the prophets said. Did any prophet said, hey, you know what, there's a chosen family in China that is going to make it happen. And I did it. No. God is not sharing his glory to anybody. God is God, and believe it or not, take it or not, that's the truth. I have said it. This Catholic bastard that you want to call and you hate so much is telling you the truth. Yes. God is in control whether you like it or not. It's not the dragon family or some aliens. It's Jesus Christ. And what is your new reality? He's going to bring the whole humanity into biblical times. If you don't believe me, go to YouTube and listen to all these theologians, prophets that are talking about September the 23rd. Pay attention. They're going to bring us back to biblical times because it's going to be, we are about to end the end of times. Wake up. This is why they hate me. Because I don't give no credit to this stupid family. I'm giving no credit to any guru. None. Not even myself. The only one who deserves all the credit, the only one who deserves all the glory is Jesus Christ. You know, who told you that? The Catholic. Yeah, the guy who you've been hating a lot, that you call a moron. Yes, that guy is me. Now I can be happy and I can go on with my show. Because from now on, I will never ever mention those people. I don't care what happened. I really don't care what happened. Today is my last day I mention them. And I'm going to be just concentrating, prepare you because it's not going to be pretty. Okay? So, we got more news. Let me just mention the other news that I got. Let me see. We got another thing that I want to mention is that since we got a lot of news and another Inter coming out, be aware that you will be confused. Okay, I'm just telling you right now, I'm warning you. You're gonna be very confused starting today. Are you listening? You're gonna be more confused starting today. It's part of chaos and panic, right? Okay. So let me go for the other one. A body is inspect. And the vote is still going on. Donald Trump couldn't avoid these people to go independent. Sorry, Donald Trump. He tried. He tried his best. They're not listening. Alright, so we know that the smart cars are getting ready. They've been getting ready for a long time. So actually they've been repeating the same news, if you notice. And they're reporting that their life is getting normal. They're going back to normality. Now, there is a big pro for this, and there is a big how can I say it? There's going to be more complications in the politics arena in Iraq because Maliki wants to run for prime minister again, believe it or not. He doesn't qualify under the Constitution, and he's still saying he's going to run for prime minister. This is how filthy the corruption is in Iraq. Very filthy. So, we know that if Maliki runs for prime minister and get elected, say goodbye to the RB. I'm going to repeat that again. If Maliki runs for prime minister and he wins, say goodbye to the RB. It's not going to happen. But then again, the prophecy said, everybody's going to ask, why now? Why now? Right? Just remember the prophecy. The prophecy said it right, and it said, why now? Why? Why is it happening now? It's because people are going to get confused. People will just throw the towel and say, nope, it's not going to happen. And all of a sudden, boom, you got the RB. And I'm making this up. And I've been even encountered, and I've been, for those people who just because they met King Clement in person, they believe that I say and I read the prophecy correctly. Really. Well, let's see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Right? Okay. So this is what we got right now when it's concerned about the news. So the new mechanism is going to take until the end of this year. and they're expecting the new gold reset happen by next year. But we know that the month of September promised to be historical, right? So let's wait. Let's see if there is a big surprise coming out in September. I really believe we're going to have a big surprise. Okay? Let's just wait. Let's pray a lot. All right? Let's not wait for the family in China to make this happen. No, let's pray a lot, because the only one's going to make it happen is Jesus. Okay? Simple. So by tomorrow, I will tell you more about it. Sorry. I take that back. Sorry. If something happened tomorrow, which I think might happen, okay? I think it might happen. I will make another show. But only if happens. But if it's nothing happen, I'll see you next Friday. Okay? I'll see you next Friday. That's it. One more thing. Understand that I was not able to log into my Facebook page. Neither I was able to log into my Twitter account, because they can control everything, believe it or not. I now have to follow their new rules, the new agreement. And I will not talk about other gurus. I will not mention anything about their BS that they're telling a lot of people. I'm going to let it be. Okay? And I've been told not to insult the elite, because they don't like to be called liars when they do. And they allow me to actually say it today. Okay? There's also another condition they told me. If I have a breaking intel and they haven't approved it, I cannot mention it. Simple as that. Okay? So, those are the rules. And hopefully, you get it before anybody else. What I like to do is that I want to make it simple, go to the intel. I want to make it very simple, straight out, clear, and plain. So all of you can have a better understanding where we are. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm looking forward for tomorrow to bring you the news that I just told you that I'm expecting it. But if not, I'll see you next Friday. Thank you so much, and I'm glad I'm back. I was about to throw the towel, to tell you the truth. I was about to throw the towel, but I'm glad I'm back. Thank you so much. God bless everybody. See you then.
Thank you for listening to the Fake News Show with Benny. See you next time for more conspiracy news, current events, and intel from the most controversial show from Montserrat Radio.